Hey everyone, New England Gardening here. It's time to do a varroa mite treatment. I have to admit I haven't done a treatment since that first one, so pretty much I have not treated the hive then because you have the subsequent hatching of new bees, and I guess this is the time to start really treating for the varroa mite. But one of the problems is I've got my car battery here. I do not have a separate battery source that I could just use, so that first time I took out my car battery and brought it over to the hive. Car batteries are pretty heavy. So the hive is over there, and I just quickly walked over there and measured with my feet. It's about 40 feet. So hopefully I have enough wire, because what I did is I bought some wire. Here's the varroa mite heater. Heat up the oxalic acid in here, vaporize it, turns it into a vapor, and that vapor kills the mites on the bees. And this just happens to be a roll of 40 feet of wire. So the plan is to keep the battery here. Also, after I used this heater, which I think is almost probably close to a short on the battery, I put a charger on the battery and it was drained. So the additional benefit is I can keep the car running, and I won't be putting that much of a drain on the battery. And that's the plan. So I have to splice in these clips here. So I'll cut in between here, and I have some heat shrink that I use to make it look nice and professional and weatherproof. So let's get this wire spliced in so I can do a varroa mite treatment. Okay, so in addition to the 40 feet of wire, I purchased this heat shrink. You can never have enough heat shrink. That's probably a lifetime supply. So let's go ahead and start cutting these wires here. Just leave enough slack here. I'll just cut these. The cable I bought is pretty much, I'm hoping it's the right gauge. So let's just cut that. So I need to, this is braided, it's not solid. So strip this end without taking too many strands off, if any. You get a feel for this. Let's twist these. Then I'm going to tin them with some solder. Let's see, do I need to, don't really need anything to hold that. Let's tin this. And this one. Do the other side. So this is 18 gauge. Only 4 more cuts to make 16. This is thinner than, I thought this was 18. Might have needed 16 gauge. It's not that much thinner. Worst that can happen is it just, I mean, it's only going to run for about a minute. Well, 2 minutes. It takes about a minute to warm up and then about another minute to completely vaporize the oxalic acid. So I have to find the other end of this, which is probably completely underneath. So I have to unravel this whole thing. Finally, there's the end. I just keep that spool. So here's the important part. Make sure you put the heat shrink on first before you solder the wires together. Now this it might be helpful to have that holder. So that came in pretty handy. Let's zoom in here. Make sure you're soldering the same color wires together. Okay, that's one. I've got a heat gun, but I'll just use this. It won't be as noisy. Alright, so I'm all set. You can go try it out now and do a varroa mite treatment with this oxalic acid. I need to clean that out a little bit. Okay, so I should have enough cable to walk that over to the hive. Here's the oxalic acid, just one scoop. If I can get that entrance reducer out, I hope it hasn't swollen. It's usually pretty easy to get it in and out. I was thinking of reducing it. I mean, there's a good amount of bees there. I wanted to reduce it to the 1-inch opening without getting stung. Let's see. Man, that was really glued shut. Taking my time here. I didn't want to squish anything. That's really in there. Okay, so that's off. So I just need to slowly slide this in. Put a towel in the front here. Okay, start your engines. So just need to hook up the positive. I think it takes about a couple of minutes total. It took about 50 seconds, I think, to heat up. So you can see all the bees accumulating in the front. So it's been a minute. See if there's any smoke. I don't see anything. Well, let's see if I got a good burn, or whether it was just my imagination. Slowly take this out. Oh, nothing. Uh-oh. Got a problem. So do a test run. Should have done a test run. It's been 30 seconds. Maybe some of the solder joints melted or something. I don't know, you're gonna have, I was wondering if there would be a huge voltage drop across all this wire. Shouldn't be. Well, it's heating up. It's over a minute 30 seconds. Maybe I didn't wait long enough. I think this long wire has either that or the oxalic acid. I was wondering, it seems a little kind of wet. I wonder if it absorbed a lot of moisture. That's 7 minutes for it to get really going. I think the gauge of the wire did affect the amount of time it takes for that to get to the temperature. But it's really taken off now. I'm telling you, I really have to stand upwind from that. Even then, you can get that oxalic acid in your throat. So at least I have a good amount. I have a good idea of the timing now. I have to try it again. But this became a bigger project than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so one more try. Okay, let's see if second time's the charm. Take this off. You can see the pollen still coming in. Take this out. Okay, yep. Oh, there's just a little bit left. But that was good. I'm happy with that. So I'm thinking the gauge of the wire or the length is a problem. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put the reducer on to one little opening. Now I've seen people put that so it's facing down and also up. I would think up is good because then moisture doesn't get in. That's another thing I have to do is I have to tilt the back up a little bit so the moisture condensation on the top on the inside cover will drip down to the front side. Okay, let's see, it's a little warped. If I can get this, oh, I don't want to squish anybody. Move it, guys. Okay, at least I accomplished that. So I hope that doesn't cause a traffic jam, but can a mouse get through that one? Need to put some screen on that too, in addition to reducing it. So this is New England gardening with a varroa mite treatment with oxalic acid, and I put a cable, 40-foot cable, spliced into the heater here, heating element, for vaporizing the oxalic acid, so I don't have to take the battery out of the car every time I want to make an application. Thanks for watching. They seem to be adjusting.